It's not going live, is it?
Yeah, it's live.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Good.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to your 2025 Fishers Game Day. I am Cam, and boys, it's a beautiful day for some football. We got 70 degrees and a lot of sun. Aiden, what do you see tonight?
Yeah, I'm Aiden. I think we have a great matchup, top 20 in the state between your Fishers Tigers and the North Central Wildcats. Despite losing last week, I think we got a great game on tap, and we look to bounce back for a big win tonight.
Yeah, Aiden, your Tigers suffered a devastating loss to the Carmel Greyhounds last week. And Lawerence North won their game. They beat Lawerence Central last Friday.
Watching from home when we take this to Lawerence Central tonight, Lawerence North, sorry. It is beach theme, and I want you guys to show out. I want you guys to be absolutely prepared. I want you guys to have your Hawaiian necklaces, and I want you guys to dominate.
Last season, our Tigers struggled here at our home turf. We were 1-4, but as we go on the road, we were 6-1. We hope to replicate there this tonight as we go to Lawerence North, and hopefully we can continue that streak, as Lawerence North has actually been undefeated on the road since November of 2023. So hopefully we can end that streak as we continue our 6-1 road collision.
Yeah, Cam, let's talk about a couple of the accomplishments for your Tigers last year. They last year in the sectional championship, they won a thriller against the HEC Royals, 44-41, and then fell short in the regionals, losing to Westfield, 42-28.
Yeah, great season, including winning the Mudstock game. Scored 29.3 points a game. Obviously, really good number, really where you want to be, and you're going to win a lot of games scoring that many points. Did let up 28.4 a game, but still with that positive margin, you end up with a winning record. The run game we can work on a little bit, despite Ryan being hurt. We had 1,322 yards on the ground versus the opponent's 2,429. We look to bounce back in the run game, shutting their running backs down, and getting our run game established early this season.
Some unfortunate news: defensive end Josh Wilkins will be out tonight and for the next 3 to 4 weeks. So we're going to have Cooper Stout stepping in for him, which is exciting to say the least, I think. I'm excited to see what he does. I'm excited to see if he can step up to that level. And let's talk a little bit about Osiah Sims. He is a new recruit that we just got for a receiver, and he actually led us in receiving yards on the scrimmage games. And I mean, last game against Carmel, he had some really nice catches. He's looking like a really great player. I'm excited to see what he can do this season.
Tell me, what do you see about our returning quarterback, Gage Sturgill, tonight?
Yeah, guys. Gage Sturgill, a very big piece quarterback, led the state in passing yards before suffering a throwing shoulder injury. In 4 games, he had 1,100 passing yards, threw for 13 touchdowns, and averaged 231 yards a game, as well as 4 rushing touchdowns. And he is headed to Western Illinois next fall.
Oh yeah, let's talk about his partner in the backfield, running back Ryan Timbalimbu. A guy who was banged up for the majority of the season, still scoring 15 touchdowns, 9 of which on the ground and 6 in the air. 727 rush yards, complemented by 223 pass yards, giving us almost 1,000 yards in the 9 games that he played. Really great to have a guy like that who can give you 100 yards per game, and really a player that a defense doesn't want to see coming, especially giving Gage that safety valve in the backfield.
Yeah, to flip on the other side of the ball, we have defensive end Tyler Maynard, number 44, as he led our team with 7 tackles for loss and 70 total tackles. He is one of our better players, and we see him committing to Grand Valley State, which is arguably the top Division II school in the country. So we have exciting things for him this season and to see what he does next fall.
Taking it to our 3-star recruit from Wisconsin, Carson Ellums. He had 44 total tackles, 2 interceptions, and he only allowed 1 touchdown last year, which is phenomenal to say the least. I'm excited to see what he can do if he can have a bounce back game, because our DBs did not perform the way we wanted to last game.
Yeah, last season, something we have to continue to talk about is the run game, but we got some huge upgrades, especially from the coaching staff. As the linebackers, they got a big upgrade as our O-line or outside linebackers coach, Coach Sharp. He is the former Noblesville head coach, which we see him just particularly strengthening on the outside linebackers, which is something we could look forward to. And then also Coach Davis, which is the former Pike and Ben Davis D-line coach. He'll be our inside linebackers coach this season, which is something he could bring a big upgrade to our defensive core, and especially that second part of the defense right there.
And yeah, Cam, as I was saying, your Tigers last week lost big, 49-24 was that final score. Carmel scored touchdowns on their first 6 drives. They went 7 for 8 for the game. As well as them, they also went 7 for 7 on their 4th down conversions. It was just an all-out defensive struggle. It was tough to stop the run from the quarterback and the running back, and just all offense in general.
Yeah, there was some bright sides though. Malik Downa, a sophomore, young guy, underclassman at nose guard, had a really promising week hearing from the coaching staff, and obviously I think everyone's really impressed by how he performed, and we're really excited to see how he develops, especially being an underclassman. Obviously, we had the offense looking pretty solid, 24 points. You know, could clean up a few things. When the defense gets a stop, you'd like to, put some points on the board after that holding penalty that took down a touchdown from Vinny. You'd like to be able to convert, get down the field, and still put points on the board. So definitely some things to clean up, but overall looking very good.
One of the huge factors to that loss was way too many penalties. We got a lot of holding calls, especially, and the offense just did not turn the ball over, which is a good thing. But we had too many penalties on the offensive and defensive side. We had holding calls. It was awful. But a good side was the offense did not turn the ball over. We didn't have a lot of turnovers for our offense side of the ball. The offense really just played well as a team. That looked bright. The receivers got huge separation and great success. And Gage had the ability to extend plays, and he looked really great out there. So that's a really great thing.
Yeah, he definitely made some of those plays that were nothing turn into really something huge as we saw him roll out of the pocket a lot. But to move on over to our opponent, the Lawerence North Wildcats, this team they're a pretty good team. They went 11-1 last year, with their only loss being to Brownsburg in the regional championship as they fell by 1 point, 22-21. They are also undefeated on their home turf. Like I said earlier, they haven't lost since 2023 on their home field, which is something, as the Tigers went 6-1 on the road last season, to hope kind of snap that streak and kind of perform an upset tonight.
Yeah, Cam, Wildcats, they averaged 400 all-purpose yards a game last year, as well as 180 on the ground and 230 through the air. Definitely going to have Tigers defense definitely going to have their hands full tonight.
Yeah, and a big part of that run game, Xavier Moore, he was one of the guys that when we were looking for stats, really stood out to us. 155 yards last week, 3 touchdowns on the ground in their winning effort against Lawrence Central. Last year, as a sophomore, 114 yards per game, 6.5 yards per carry, almost 20 touchdowns. I mean, a really promising guy in the backfield, and especially considering he's still got 2 full years left to go. Really threatening guy on the offensive side of the ball.
Let's take a look at another huge threat. Number 1, Monchon Sales, their 5-star receiver. I mean, last game he is the number 1 player in the state, I'll give him that, but last game he only did have 5 receptions. I mean, for a number 1 receiver, I think that we can hold him that to less than that this week. I talked to Carson and I talked to some of the other DBs, especially Carson because he's going to be guarding him. I don't see him as that much of a threat. I know I said that last week, but I think he's a little overrated. Let's get this show on the road. I want to see this.
Yeah, that's certainly an opinion there, Cash. But switch sides over to the ball. We have a linebacker number 16, Jeff Brown. He led his team in 17 tackles last week, including a sack. He's somewhat the O-line and the running backs you got to look for as they see him blitzing. As LN definitely has a very aggressive defense. Jeff Brown is someone who's going to be a force to be reckoned with, as he's going to be sprinting through the middle of that field.
Yeah, Cam, you're right. Another one of those kind of X-factory guys. You've got number 5, Breck Mallory, outside linebacker. Also will be seen at tight end sometimes in some packages. 16 tackles for him last week, along with 10 QB hurries as well. As well as he also scored an offensive touchdown. Like I was saying, he sees some work at tight end. Scored an offensive touchdown. Going to be interesting to see. He is headed to Western Michigan next fall as well.
Yeah, obviously we can see very versatile players on the defensive side of the ball, including catching that little wheel route touchdown. We just look for them to be super aggressive. Obviously, with multiple guys having 15-plus tackles, a guy with 10 quarterback hurries, a few sacks involved, you look for them to send the house. You look for them to be very aggressive with our offense and force them to make plays. I don't think we're going to have an easy one tonight. There's no easy plays against this defense.
Yeah, to continue on the show, we would like to bring on some of Fisher's Tigers defensive players, As on my left-hand side, we have number 44, Tyler Maynard. And on the right-hand side, we got number 21, Atticus Finley, as well to ask
Welcome, boys. Welcome, welcome.
Welcome, guys. Of course.
Heard a lot of good things about this show.
So Tyler, as you've been a varsity starter since your sophomore year, what have you seen through the past couple of years that have just been consistent through the defense as something we need to focus on tonight and especially for the rest of the season to bounce back after college?
Bring the energy. You know, ever since I've been a sophomore, all defense has been for me. It's been fun. Always had energy flying around with my boys, and you know, I feel like tonight we really need that. We need energy. We need to stay on point. Look, I mean, that's the biggest thing ever since I was a sophomore.
Well said. Well said.
Yeah, kind of a question for both of you since we talked about having a good running back and a good receiver. How do you stop their dual threat offense, basically?
You know, like you said, they're good, they're very solid, but I believe in the game plan and the practice we've had this week. It's going to do us justice, and just play hard.
Yeah, we've emphasized a lot of letting the ball, which means everybody on the defense, doesn't matter if you're the farthest corner on the field, always got to be ball. Because you see it on film, that running back can make plays. You've seen him turn a negative 7-yard loss into a 2-yard gain. So he can spin, he can shoot.
I just want to say, with the heartbreaking loss last week in Tacoma, I want to say, what kind of tone changed in the locker room during practice, and what kind of attitude are we looking forward to going into this next game?
It was eye-opening. I feel like our players as a team, we thought we were a lot better than what we were. But this loss has, like I said, opened our eyes, and I think has caused us to play even harder. And like I said, we all out.
And you know, the attitude we're bringing is Clever put like into last week. We saw it last week. We were ready, obviously, and you know that we take that on ourselves as a defense. And you know, again, the coaches have been telling us everybody can lead when it's easy, but when it's hard, it's when true leaders come out. So tonight, you know, just during this practice, we're making it hard, as hard as on ourselves as we can. You know, get game ready and see who those leaders are, and just keep that energy up no matter what happens.
Yeah, as a fan, that's definitely something you love to hear. And Atticus, I got a question for you. As you went to Lawerence Central for a couple years in high school, this game could mean a little more to you than a couple of these other guys. What is something you just kind of want to focus on tonight to stay calm, but also know your grit?
Just do my job in high environment games where there's a lot of emotions. They're good players, but they're a little upset with rival schools. So, but like I said, there's a lot of trash talk going on. But it's really I'm getting, but I block all of it out and just I got to play on the field, do my job, and make sure my teammates keep their head up, and we play a great game.
For sure. Tyler, as we see, congrats on your commitment to Grand Valley State, but compared to those other schools, what made you choose GVSU over some of those other schools?
You know, I went to their campus visit, saw their school, we did a tour, talked with the coaches, and the way their coaches coach. Got to do a private workout with them. You know, everything I learned about that school. And you know, the business school, I did some research. It's a really good business school, really good place to be at. I could just see myself being there for the next 3 or 4 years.
Love that.
I also have a question, mainly for you, Atticus, especially since you are a DB, you know, you play safety. Obviously, the DBs, we didn't perform how we would have wanted them to last game. Everyone as a whole, you know, it's kind of like a domino effect. One person has a bad game, it kind of affects the whole DB corps. How are we going to, like, you know, combat those issues this week, especially going against the number 1 player in the state?
Fix it with practice.
Yeah.
Like, first game of the year, a lot of nerves are on the line, and some of my boys out there, they were a little nervous, and telling my DBs that I believe in them, and everything they do, I'm always going to take back. So if you guys have a bad play, it happens. We play in the hard position on the field. If we mess up, everybody knows. So, and the plays like that are going to happen, and like I said, practice, just reps, and it's just trusting we all train, and just trusting your training and trusting that everything you've done this offseason matters, and not let one play get in your head. And that's the
You guys talk a lot about trust. How much does the coaches and other players and whatnot help instill that trust and that confidence that you guys need going forward in the season and this game tonight?
You know, it's a big thing. You know, ever since we started all the way in April, we've been together this whole time, and we've done everything together. And I really feel like I trust my boys, I trust my teammates, and more importantly, I trust my coaches to make the right decision. And trust is everything to me and the whole team. You know, if you can't trust your coach, if you can't trust the player right next to you, then what are you even doing on that field? So I feel like trust is everything. And I hope it's everything to everybody else.
Yeah, for sure. Any of you guys got any other questions?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're forgetting our favorite segment of the show. I think we gotta all go around and have our predictions for this game. We gotta take the score predictions. I mean, be nice to them, give them some points, but at the end of the day, I'll go first. I mean, this team is good. This team is good to say the least. An amazing defense, an amazing offense, but I'm a homer, and I believe in my team. I've talked to a lot of the guys. They said that this attitude has completely changed in practice. Last week it went from a little sloppy. They were confident to this week locking in. You know, I see the Tigers pulling in a tight win at like, I'll say 33-27. But I see the Tigers taking this one.
Yeah. Before we finish up these predictions, it's probably best that we get Tyler and Atticus off. Just, don't want to get clipped out here making any passes.
We already had our professional.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. You know, we think it's gonna be a great game.
Yeah.
You know, we hope both sides stay healthy, God willing, and let's go to Lawrence tonight. See what's up.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Thank you guys.
Thanks, guys.
Yep.
Go Tigers.
Just class acts, honestly.
All right, let's get the rest of our predictions out.
All right.
So, okay,
All right.
you're gonna start us out.
Over to you.
So, we know we have a tough battle tonight, but as I talked to Coach Funk, he could have scheduled these games like playing a 4A school to start the season because it is a regular season. Seeding isn't that all detrimental if you lose a game. But I'm glad what he's got going as he's scheduling some tough games. We got the number 3 Lawerence broadcast. But you just got to bounce back after last week after a tough loss to a very, very good Karma squad. I think the Tigers are going to maintain focus, and Lawerence North maybe will get a little bit ahead of themselves. Think this is kind of an easy game as they see our run defense has been a little sloppy. I think the Tigers got them in the right spot. I think Coach Funk knows what he's doing here. He's got the defense a lot better than it's going to look at last week. I do think it's going to be a high-scoring affair as it's going to be 2 clashes between 2 great offenses. I think our offense comes out on top. I mean, how can you go against Gage Sturgill and Ryan Timberlake as long as our wide receivers, as Osiah Sims, like Kat said, and all the other weapons we got on this offense, it's hard to go against the Tigers here. As I think it's going to be a high-scoring battle. As I got 37-34 Tigers and an absolute thriller down at Lawerence North. Tommy, what do you got?
Cam, well, folks, this is a get-right game, right? It was a wake-up call, what happened last week. And while you have to learn from the mistakes you made in week 1, I think that just challenging yourselves again with as a team with the pedigree that Lawerence North does or has, I believe that it takes a lot of execution. I would say the word of the day again, execute. What can this defense do to remedy their mistakes they made last week? And I think they're coming out. I think practice was a good week of practice. I have the Tigers coming back, bounce back win, a little lower scoring affair than my co-host. I'm gonna say 21-17 Tigers. Aiden?
Yeah, I mean, if there's another word, I'd say it's bouncing back. I'd say we have a little bit more hunger, we have a little bit more fight, a little bit more to play for tonight. We just came off the loss. They came off a win. They haven't lost in over a year at home, and we're a hungry team on the road, 6-1. I mean, I think we could really fire a shot tonight. I think we could win, and we talked about the offense. We talked about their offense, their run game, their pass game, but we also talked about our offense, our run game, our pass game. So I think tonight we should really look for the difference being some hunger and some determination. I got a close one, 41-34, your Fishers Tigers tonight.
Yeah, before we end this show, we have to show love to our production crew. Ian and Jake, why don't you come on out here? I mean, these guys have been
Unreal.
absolutely
Great
guys.
guys.
So much behind
All
the
the
scenes.
shows
So
behind
much.
the scenes, that's these guys.
Also, a little shout out to Chandler Phillips that she couldn't make it out tonight, but she has kind of been the head of this production crew,
Yes.
and she's been looking over these people and really
Absolutely.
got them in the right spot. So
Thank you guys.
And I want to say thank you so much to Tyler Maynard and Atticus Finley for joining us. Thank you for taking
Time
your
means,
time.
time means a lot.
That's right.
yeah, as we have a little segment to close things up here, we got a little field
Field
goal
goal
challenge between
kicking.
Jake and Ian. And Tyler, you want to go ahead and throw us that ball.
Yeah, for sure.
So we'll take Jake on me and Tommy's team. You guys can take Ian on Cam and Cash's team.
You know, I can grab the camera if you want.
This is team.
I think we'll just cut it over.
I think camera's good right there.
It's a little far. I don't know if you can see it.
It needs to be raised up.
It
Yeah,
needs to be
that's
like-
good.
They can't see.
You have the
But you can't see if they make it or not.
you have the whole goalpost in there.
Yeah, but like,
Yeah,
it's a little far. Is it not?
Do you want to move this cart?
We
then?
can move it though,
Yeah.
right?
All right. Yeah.
Move the cart.
Here, you take that side. I take this.
Hey, 20-yard left hash.
You can just push it.
Well, you don't want
Dead
to.
center? Dead center?
Dead center. Yeah.
You gotta do dead center.
Who's going up first here?
How many kicks?
I got it. Well, yeah. How many kicks?
Ian, come here.
All right, let's go.
We're just gonna go back and forth. Before we get you kicking, I feel like I gotta take these off now. Gotta say.
Team Ian right here.
Have you ever talked bad about a kicker before saying a kick was easy?
Of course.
Yeah. Sure.
Wow. Whoa.
You know, you're on my team, but I think you're gonna have a real humbling experience here, Ian. Like, we'll
see.
I'm really
Move
rooting
that
for you,
up.
but this field goal's a lot
Needs to-
tougher
it
than
needs
you
to
made
be a
look.
point more.
I don't know if this is just a similarity me and Ian have, but confidence is key.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
Ian's gonna make it first try.
Let's go.
That's all we need to hear. Let's go.
30-yard field goal? 30-yard, yeah.
Little line up here.
Should I do left? No, left.
I mean, yeah, if you want to left it.
Let's do left.
Let's flip sides. out of
Switching
this, yeah.
sides, switching
Alright,
sides.
He didn't like this. He didn't like this.
Wait, you kick left?
Yeah. No, I do. Have it angle back into the
Let's go, Ian.
Fire away. Okay. Alright, hey. Okay. He's the height. He's the height. Okay.
Ian, bring it here. Ian, bring it here.
No.
Come here.
This guy stinks.
Ian, what kick was that? You
was
talked
pretty
about that
bad.
kicker, but you didn't even get it above the goalpost.
I've never played soccer. I've never kicked,
Never claimed to be a kicker.
never claimed, but
All right.
I need some
yeah. We'll also beat Jake.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, Jake, we got a little interesting foot
We're gonna
apparel
talk-
here.
we're
Just
gonna
wearing
hype up our
Birkenstocks,
team.
you know.
Move, Cam.
Not sure if that's ideal for tonight.
I mean, I don't have those.
Jake,
Those are gonna fly
the
off.
winner right here,
Yeah.
Jake. He's gonna get his kick going right here. Oh, you're gonna have to kick this. It might hurt.
These are gonna come off though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it socks it.
Okay.
So
We might have to move up a little bit.
yeah. This segment may go a little
You guys
longer.
wanna do a PAT?
Yeah, let's do a PAT.
Let's take it to the 5, I think, is probably.
I feel like 5. I don't think we got enough room at the 5.
High school PAT, folks.
I'll let production host take over.
No, 10. I feel like
Okay.
All right,
Folks,
Ian,
attempt 2.
Hey, second time's a charm.
Work on some airtime here, guys. I mean, we gotta get it up.
Yeah,
That's all
you gotta
that
hit down on it here.
Okay.
Time, bro. I gotta kick it like.
Oh, that ball is rolling. That ball is gone.
And our co-host Aiden John, he's currently over by the baseball field. Yeah, he's gonna get that ball. Yeah, we're making it cut off.
We'll let Jake get one more kick and then
And then
Yeah, I think we're good.
Jake's gonna get one more attempt, and if the challenge can't be completed.
Wait, open foot or no?
I would tow it.
Like toe poke.
Yeah, I would. Toe poke would hurt without your shoes on. Yeah, I would try to. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I would tow both. That's what I would do. But you gotta get under it. Get down on it.
Oh!
Just
Just a little
kick,
left.
Who are we giving the win to here today, boys?
Yo, I think I like Jake here, even though none of them made it.
Jake got
Jake
on
got
team
it.
Ian, but Jake got it up. You
Jake
know, he
got
could
it.
get it in the air.
Hey,
Close
we'll do
this
it
up.
next time.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for coming on, but I can tell there's a reason you guys are on production crew and not really kicking field goals for your Fisher Seggers, because we would be. Yeah, I'm not saying I'm a kicker, but we would be in trouble. But thank you guys for another week 2, as we'll be back next Friday against the Noblesville Millers and come back after that Mudsock week. So be ready.
And let's get you boys back behind the camera. Let's
Yeah.
go. Come on.
All right, cutting it.
Are we done?
All right, yeah, I want to try.
We need a better outro. I ain't